Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Here to talk a lot of Steam game news and updates. Last of Us Part 1 gets its latest patch, and I want to talk a little bit about this because, let's be real, we all crapped on Last of Us Part 1 when it initially came out, but would you look at that? It's actually a pretty good PC version now. We'll talk all about that. Left 4 Dead 2 gets an update. I mean, good on Valve for continuing to update Left 4 Dead 2. It's an iconic game. We'll talk that at the end of this video. First of all, Last of Us Part 1 version 1.12 has dropped, and patch notes have been posted on that. The patch isn't anything crazy. Improved the blending of terrain and ground-based environmental effects like mud, debris, and more throughout the game. Corrected several in-game menu and text-to-speech translation errors. Fixed an issue that caused the adaptive trigger resistance of the DualSense controller to stop functioning. The outskirts fixed an issue causing the spotlight speed to increase when playing at high frame rates. And Buzz Depot fixed a camera shake issue that occurred when traversing across the bus. There's some left behind patch notes as well. And check that out. Mainly, I wanted to talk about this. Nice of them to patch the game. That's great and all. But I do want to note that Last of Us Part 1 is, in fact, a relatively decent PC version from my experience with it. Now, I beat this game when it came out. That's how down bad I am for Last of Us. Like, yo, I could crap on it and then, like, I just keep playing the game. I did the same thing for Jedi Survivor. Freaking the PC version's absolutely an abomination and I'm still playing through it. And I beat Jedi Survivor twice. But for those of you guys that aren't down bad like me, to be fair, I got copies of both those games, so it's like, I'll play them, but $60, $70 in the case of Jedi Survivor. Last of Us Part 1, I should note, the recent Steam reception, 648 Steam reviews, 88% positive all time because it's weighted based on every review, especially those early on. 21,000 reviews, 60% positive. So obviously, a lot of the earlier reviews were very much negative, rightfully so. And recently, it has shifted on the positive side of things. From what I've heard, it's not perfect, but again, I played it, I want to say, the last time I played it was a month and a half ago. No, it was definitely, it was like 2 months ago. And I had a good time with it, and it was running fairly well. I also played it on my ROG Ally, working good there, and it is Steam Deck verified. It's not going to run amazing on those platforms, but on my ROG Ally, it was running fairly well. Last of Us is obviously a tremendous game. However, even with it being a good port now, or let's not say good port, even with it being a suitable PC version now, brothers, from the get-go, that price tag was still way too high. I crapped on the PlayStation 5 version for being $70. I'm gonna crap on the PC version for being $60. Last of Us came out in the year 2013. Yes, it's a tremendous game. Yes, it's one of my favorite games of all time. But even if it's a good PC version now, do not be spending your $60 on it. Hopefully, come this fall, we'll get a sizable discount on it in before 30% off for the winter sale. Like, honestly, that's probably what we're gonna get. We haven't even seen a discount on this game yet, outside of your GMGs of the world having like a 10% off discount. But anything sizable, that's not there yet. At some point, it'll get down to the price point that Days Gone or Horizon Zero Dawn is at, and it'll be worth it at that price. Once it's 15 to 20 bucks, oh baby, Last of Us all day for that price. It's a fantastic game, and I loved it. I hated Last of Us Part 2, but we don't need to talk about that. It's a great game. It's not super lengthy, but, there's reason to go back and play it again. They have some developer commentary and stuff like that in this, remade version, I guess you would call it. And you do have the Left Behind DLC. If you love the game, like, I get it, a lot of people did drop $60 on this game, and probably, they found it worthwhile, because for a lot of people, myself included, it's one of my favorite games of all time. But at the same point, gotta be a little bit objective when it comes to stuff like this, and I can't let my own personal opinion about this game cloud that it's not worth $60. Like, let's be real. And, at least this game has been remedied quite a bit. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, my last experience with it was still pretty mid. Like, bro, I've completed Jedi Survivor twice. Again, I'm just a wreck when it comes to playing these games that are terrible PC ports, and I'm still like, nah, I need to play them. And yeah, Jedi Survivor wasn't a great time, but the game itself is tremendous. Much like Last of Us Part 1, it was tremendous. The PC versions were just abominations, but thankfully, over time, this always happens. Bad PC port at launch, a couple months go by, hopefully you get the game a little bit cheaper, and, it's a much better version. And I know a lot of you guys have adopted that philosophy in terms of not buying games at day one and then ultimately waiting a couple months, maybe even a year, 18 months, and then you get the game 50, 60% off, and it's a much better game than what it was at launch. Like, think about all the games over the last 2 years that have come out And if you applied that type of rhetoric to, you would have just made out like a bandit. But, you know, it is what it is when it comes to stuff like that. Moving on from that, Left 4 Dead 2 has gotten an update relatively recently, a couple days ago, August the 22nd. An update has been released for Left 4 Dead 2, fixed several exploits reported via HackerOne, fixed controller navigation in some menus, fixed not being able to open the train door in Crash Course when playing the tank run mutation, or only the original attacker gets credited for damage caused by exploding props, restore the knife's original horizontal swing trajectory, fix incorrect instructor lesson bindings for the tank, and fixed LDR skybox rendering on low shader setting. Bunch of other updates and refinements have been dropped. I'm not going to go through everything. It's a small update, but it's nice to see that Left 4 Dead 2 originally came out in November of 2009. Still getting updates. Now, this game is $9.99 on Steam. It's easily worth $10. The only thing is, we're cheap on this channel, and when this game goes on sale, it's like $2, so you should just wait for a Steam sale and get it for $2. You should get, like, maybe the Valve Complete Pack. Left 4 Dead Bundle is on sale all the time. Left 4 Dead 2 is a tremendous game. Me and my boys were actually playing it earlier this year just because we all wanted a co-op game to jump into. And man, this game is still a blast to go through. And obviously the modding scene is just, it is built different. If you want a game that has a tremendous modding scene, Left 4 Dead 2 is exactly that. And there's a lot of great stuff there as well. Steam Workshop support. And yeah, it's just a great game. Even, 14 years since this game has come out, which is crazy to think about because I remember buying this game on my 360 when it initially came out. Like, god dang, we're getting old. But, yeah, it's still a tremendous time and one of Valve's finest outings. A Left 4 Dead 3 would be absolutely fantastic, and, everybody talks about Half-Life 3, Portal 3, and Left 4 Dead 2 is one of those games that has just, still sustained itself, and it's a game that you can easily go back and play now, and with Half-Life, obviously, people want to see the continuation of that story arc, but Left 4 Dead, I would just love to see a new title, built for modern hardware, and I think it would do incredibly well, but, Valve literally doesn't need to do anything, and they'll make money hand over fist, so I guess they have no imperative to do new content outside of, trying to push, unless they need to push new hardware like Valve Index with Half-Life Alyx, but I digress. To give you guys an idea on how much people love this game, 571,000 reviews, which is a staggering number of reviews, and 97% of those reviews are positive, which is just wild to think about. But Left 4 Dead 2 is a game that, it's essential for every Steam library, and they've given away this game for free before. I wouldn't expect it to be free again unless, maybe when we get to, Valve's, I guess the next one would be, or I should say Steam's 20th anniversary. I think that's coming up, right? I would imagine they'll give away something big for free then, but until then, I don't see them giving away anything of first party as far as that's concerned. But that'll do it for me. Again, Last of Us Part 1 gets its latest patch. Smaller patch, as is the case with Left 4 Dead 2, but just want to let you guys know, Last of Us Part 1 is pretty decent now, but still, don't be dropping $60 on it. Wait for it to be the $30 range, I think would be a good buy, and, yeah, that'll be worth it, but, yeah, there you go with that, and Left 4 Dead 2 gets a new patch as well. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.